Hey, I'm John Nelson, and this is my week 2 YouTube video for advanced financial modeling exercises. First, we were asked to create variables of different data types, int, float, string to store financial data. Stock price is float, number of shares is int, and company ticker symbol is string. So as you can see above, line 1, number sign, ask the user to input the stock price, float. Stock price equals float, input, parentheses, quotations, enter the stock price, quotations, parentheses, number sign, convert user input to a float. Then line forward, number sign, ask the user to input the number of shares, int, number of shares equals int, input, enter the number of shares, and then number sign, convert user input to an integer. And then number sign, ask the user to input the company ticker symbol, string, company ticker equals input, parentheses, quotation mark, enter the company ticker symbol, quotation mark, parentheses, number sign, input is already a string. So there was exercise 1. We can see that if we put in an example is right here where it says 117.8, enter the number of shares, 100, and then enter the company ticker symbol, NVIDIA. This was our first example. We ran that through in class. So next you asked write a program that calculates the total value of stock position, price times number of shares. So if we look at number sign, print the variables to confirm the values entered, print, here are the values you entered, print stock price, print number of shares, print company ticker symbol, number sign, ask the user to input the stock price, float. That's where we would input 2,150. Stock price equals float, input, enter stock price. Number sign, ask the user to input the number of shares. We put 5. Number of shares equals input, enter number of shares. And then number sign, ask the user to input the company ticker symbol, string. That's where we put GOOG for Google. Company ticker equals input, enter the company's ticker symbol. Then we have number sign, calculate the total value of stock position, which is our full question. So total value equals stock price times number of shares. Display number sign, display the result, print, the total value of your company ticker. Stock position is whatever the total value is. So as we can see at our GOOG stock, GOG, the stock position is at 10,750. Okay, so next we were asked to create a simple interest calculator that takes principal, rate, and time as inputs. So as you can see on line number 30, number sign, get user input. Principal equals float, input, enter the principal amount. Rate equals float, input, enter the annual interest rate in percentage. And then time equals float, enter the time period in years. So as you can see, we did the annual interest rate or the principal amount, sorry about that, as 1,000. Annual interest rate is 5%, and enter the time period in years as 3%. Then we have calculate simple interest. Simple interest equals principal times rate times time, or divide all in parentheses divided by 100. Then we have number sign, display results, print the simple interest for principal of principal amount at rate percentage for time in years is whatever the number is. And as we can see, it comes out to the simple interest for the principal of $1,000 at 5% for 3 years is $150. Next, we were asked to write a program that converts currency from USD to European using a fixed exchange rate. I kept USD to Europe as the example because I actually went to Europe this summer and had to do this a lot. Wish I was coding back then. So as you can see on line 41, number sign, fixed exchange rate from USD to Europe. Example 1, USD equals 0.85 Europe. Exchange rate equals 0.85. Number sign, get user input, USD amount equals float, input, enter the amount in USD. Number sign, convert to euro amount equals USD amount times exchange rate, display result, print USD amount, USD is equivalent to euro amount, euros. So if you look at our example, we can see that we entered the amount of $100 and it says $100 USD is equivalent to 85 euros. So that code worked perfectly. And then for our last picture, we were asked to create a program that calculates the future value of an investment after N years. So as you can see on line 53, number sign, get user input. Principal equals float input, enter the principal amount. Rate equals float input, enter the annual interest rate in percentage. And then years equal int input, enter the number of years. Then number sign, calculate future value. Future value equals principal times parentheses 1 plus rate divided by 100 times years. Then we display the result. So number sign, display result, print the future value of an investment is the future value's amount. Number sign, get user input. Oh, I'll display the result, sorry. The future value of the investment is whatever the future value is. So as you can see in our example, we put $1,000 as the principal amount with an annual interest rate is 5%, and we waited 10 years. And you can see that the future value of the investment is $1,628.89. And for our very last exercise, we were asked to write a program that calculates monthly loan payments given principal, interest rate, and years. So if you look at line 63, number sign, get user input. Principal equals float input, enter the loan principal amount. Annual rate equals float input, enter annual interest rate in percentage. And years equals input, enter the loan term in years. So we calculate the monthly interest rate. Number sign, calculate monthly interest rate. Monthly rate equals annual rate divided by 100 divided by 12. Calculate the total number of payments, which is just months. So it's months equals years times 12. And then calculate the monthly payments using the formula. Monthly payment equals principal times parentheses monthly rate times more parentheses inside these parentheses 1 plus monthly rate in parentheses times months end of the outside parentheses divided by parentheses 1 plus monthly rate, which it goes off here and you can't see, but 1 plus monthly rate in parentheses times months minus 1 end of the outside parentheses. And when you finish that, we'll type in for displayed result, number sign, display result, print the monthly loan payment is, and then whatever the monthly loan payment amount is. So for our example, we said enter the loan principal amount. We put $25,000 and had an annual interest rate of 5% and waited 5 years. This came out that the monthly loan payment was $471.78. So it's a successful code. Thank you so much for watching my week 2 video, and I'll see you next week.